Hello everyone. So today we will be making a video about ABB automation builder visualization option, which is basically inside the CoDeSys software. So this is the automation builder software I'm using, and this is basically my setup. And today I'm not going to talk more about this. I'll be focusing on the visualization option in the CoDeSys software. So I have already made a small program. So basically, uh, okay. So I have an analog input here, which gives I'll change this value. So I can you can see this analog value changing here. So basically, I have an analog input that I can scale from -100 to +100. Okay. So I'll be taking this value to this visualization screen. Basically, I forgot to tell you the visualization screen is like an HMI, uh, same like a SCADA system. But no, I wouldn't say it is as powerful as a SCADA system, but it does its job. So this is the analog value which I'll be taking it to the visualization screen as an example to show some graphics. And to this variable, I will be writing a value from the screen, visualization screen. And this is just I'm moving this value here, so I can show this value in the screen as well. And this will be like an push button input. This is a bool digital input. So I'll configure a push button in the screen, and I will write to this variable, and this variable will be the output of this, and which can be shown as an indication on the screen. Okay. So now let's go to the visualization page. So log out, add object. You can give some value like new screen. Okay. So the first thing is to show the analog value. You can show this analog value like in a graphics, like you can use this meter or the bar. So I'll use this bar for showing the value. So let's create the bar here, and this is the default bar color. I can even give the color when the value is less than 0. I can give a different color. That is up to your requirement. Anyway, I have given a red color when the value is less than 0. And in the variable scale, you can define the variable here. So before doing that, you need to check what is your program name. So the program name is PLC_PRG. So go back, we'll do that again. So the program name PLC_PRG, and press dot. So once you press dot, you'll see all the variables that is declared in this particular program. So the value that I'm going to use is analog value, okay, which is the value that I can change from 100 to -100. Then the starting will be -100, ending will be 100. I'll give the scale 20, subscale as 10. So we'll see. Okay, so that is one way of showing this analog value in a graphical manner. Now, if you want to see the value itself, you can use this rectangle or any shape. Basically, what you have to do is in the text, you can give a name like analog value, any name, and then the format is percentage %s, and in the variables in the text display PLC underscore PRC dot the value, analog value. Okay, so now if I run it, I can see the value. So when I change the value, you can see the color. So when the color is above 0, it is in green color. When it is less than 0, it goes to red color, which is exactly how we configured this. Now the another way is like to show in a trend. So I can create a trend kind of thing here. So choose the variable. Variable is PLC underscore PRC dot analog value. Value. Okay. So click OK. And the vertical axis, I will scale it. It is from -100 to +100. Scale 20. Okay. So we'll just run it. Okay. So this is my trend. I'll change it. Yeah, change it. Okay. So that covers our analog input. I mean, like showing the analog value on the screen. Now let's concentrate on this. That is how to write the value from the screen to the PLC. So one way to do is, again, we'll use this rectangle. So types, we'll write okay, or enter or write value. Okay. Write value. Again, I have to give %s, and the text display PLC underscore PRC dot analog input. Okay, and we are going to write the value. So you need to enable this in the input, tick this, and maximum minimum. So let's say our minimum -100 to +100. So I'm going to write -100 to +100 value to this variable. Okay. The another way of writing value is using the slider. So this is another example. So double click on slider, you can enter the minimum and maximum, and in the slider you can give the variable name, analog input. So by this two method, we are going to write the value to this variable. Now the output, the value is moved to this variable, so I can use this variable to show the value again in the visualization. Okay, so I'll again use this rectangle. Okay, so this will be your the entered value, %s, and this will be the variable. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, so if I move this, yeah, so minus 22, we can see the same thing here. Okay, and this is the result which is coming here. Now, now the push button. So you can, this is the push button. So we'll name this as a button, and the input. So you're going to input something to the PLC. So how do you want to do it? Toggle means it changes from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. So I prefer this. Means when I click, it change the value. So I'm going to change status of this variable, PB input. Okay. Now we'll show an indication. Let's take this. So I'm going to change the color. So default color I'll keep green. So when the value go high, let it become red. And the variable. So I'm going to change color. So PLC PRG dot PB output. Okay. Now we'll try that. Okay. Okay. So it works. Okay. So this is basically covers the basic fundamentals of this visualization. Now we'll talk about the web server. So before going to the web server, so what web server does is that when we configure this PLC in a web server protocol, you can actually see this particular screen in the web browser. Okay, so there are some advantages for that, which I will talk about it once we do that. So before we doing that, you should go to this installation folder. So C colon program files, 3S software, CoDeSys version 2.3. Then this the folder, this is the visualization folder. You'll find the HTML file here. So right click, open with Notepad. So you can see the start screen here. So this is the name of the start screen. So you need to copy this and uh, rename this as this value. This is only if you are configuring this for as a web server. Okay. Now save it and close it. Now go back to the automation builder. So you are going to define the web server protocol here. So click here, add object, sorry, add object. So click on web server and you are using Ethernet for that. Now double click and here you can define the maximum number of clients. Means how many PCs can at a time access the web server. So you can give any value. So let's give 4. Maximum is 9. This means that 4 PCs can access my PLC and get the value. Okay. So now let's go back to the program. Click update. Now, so our plan is to take this screen to the web server and show it in a like an Internet Explorer browser. So in order to do that, you need to go to this target setting. In the visualization option, you need to make sure these ticks are ticked. Okay, now download. Okay, so I'll put the PLC to run mode. So it's running. So I have the value. So you should know the IP address of your PLC. So the my IP address is 192.168.181. Okay. Okay. So now the web server is active. So you can use Internet Explorer, and you need to type this address. So this will work. This is working on Java. So click I accept, and you can see your HMI screen in the Internet Explorer. Okay, and you can write the value from Internet Explorer as well. You can click. You can see all the value. If I change the analog value, I can see here. Okay, so this is how the web server works. So the advantage is, again, it's like you can give this access to like different clients, and you can see there is no installation required, only the Internet Explorer, and of course you have to install Java since this is working on Java, and and in the Java, so you need to go to the control panel. Since you will find, after you install Java, you will find the Java here, and in the security you need to add this as an exception. So this is the same address that you need to add as exception. Yeah. So that's it. So I hope this was clear to everyone, and probably one interesting thing about this web server. Okay, so thank you for seeing this video. Have a good day.